Don't be alarmed. Do not be alarmed. It is only the kid. It is only the kid. This is going to be a very real show. And we might have a marathon. This show might go over an hour because there are a lot of key things to be said. Because, oh damn it! I thought this was sparkling water, man. Some real things have to be said. Some very real things have to be said, and I'm going to say them. So, just to let you know, the topic for today's show, we are of course going to be previewing the Liverpool versus Chelsea game. Liverpool versus Chelsea. That is going to be the main topic of the day. And I'm going to be very honest. Extremely honest indeed, because that is the only thing that I know how to do. So we're going to be very honest about that Super Cup thing, and we're going to address Lampard. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. We're going to have a very real conversation about Lampard. And we also are going to talk about Neymar, because Neymar, I've got some things to say about Neymar. And as well, I'm going to clarify my thoughts on De Bruyne and Pogba. And because I really don't give a damn, I don't give a damn whether it's called the half of football. I will be telling you and be giving a clarification on my, because people have been getting at me on my views about darkness. I will give you my honest appraisal as to why Batman was a break in those two films and the issue with that film, amongst other random things. So this show is going to be real. It's going to be a football show, but it's going to be a real show as well, because we're going to bring in many different kinds of elements here. Because, you know, guys, I've changed. Like, I feel that you've not gotten that real HH. You haven't, people haven't got that real HH, and I think because of that, the game needs to be flipped, because Sunday shook me to the core. Because before Sunday, I was a certain man. After Sunday, I'm now a different man. So, based on the events on Sunday, I'm new. So, let me just warn you, before that, this is going to be a very, very new, real HH that's going to be very hardcore. And very intense. So that's what I think is going to be very intense. I don't know what the hell happened on Sunday. So before we get to mention, like, I just want to readdress what happened on Sunday. I'm not sure what happened, because I spoke to Lampard, and that whole FC Porto thing. Look, I don't even know what the hell happened there. I mean, I may touch upon that. That's they lost to who? Like Brick FC or something. So going back for Sunday, look, you have to give United their credit 100%. But I still cannot fathom precisely how that circumcision got executed towards Chelsea. Because, no offense to Man United, to get beaten by 4 by Man United is worrying. Very worrying indeed. So, Lampard, if you are listening, I am begging you, we need to talk. We need to talk about the midfield. We need to talk about Kante. We need to talk about Pulisic. We need to talk about Mason Mount. We need to talk about Kurt Zuma and Christensen, because I actually put something to you guys out there. Has there ever been a top team that has had 2 young starting centre-backs? I don't think that there has been. Has that actually ever happened where you've had 2 young, slightly inexperienced, but mainly 2 young centre-backs? Because normally you always have a experienced centre-back and a young centre-back, or 2 experienced centre-backs. I don't think there's ever been a top-tier team that has 2 young centre-backs. So, and I don't know what happened with David Luiz. I see what is said in public may not be what is real. Lampard and Luiz had a falling out. That's a fact. That's what happened. Luiz didn't say, "Oh, hello, Lampard. I just want to move on." That's a lie. He didn't say that. They had a falling out. And I have my issues with David Luiz. I still don't think that he's a great defender. and so forth. But um, if Rudiger was injured, you can't go with Christensen and Zuma there. It's either David Luiz, Christensen, or David Luiz, Zuma. So you had a situation where Rudiger was injured, and you had and Zuma and Christensen were in the firing line in a top game um, against Burnley at Old Trafford. So because Lampard needs to understand that for the system that he's playing, it is imperative that this dude uses Kante because he wants to really attack with this guys. It's very important that he uses Kante because if he does use Kante, this I've no idea what to say because look, so I'm not on Lampard out. I'm not on Lampard out, okay? Because it is only one game, and we'll of course get to the game that is due to save his job, um, because this game is very important. But look, all credits to Man United, all credit to the White Usain Bolt. Shout out to him. I mean, for him to score on his debut, that's huge. And look, I'm a fan of Martial. And I want to see that real Martial because as much as I love Uncle Mo, he was shackled by Uncle Mo. He was shackled by Uncle Mo. So hopefully, he is unleashed and made to be far realer. That's what I want. He's unleashed and made to be far realer. So that's all left for the weekend. There, I will be addressing my De Bruyne Pogba thing because I know people still want to say that De Bruyne is better than Pogba. I'm going to elaborate on that. We talked about it a bit on the football dugout, but I'm going to elaborate on it. My vision is fine, Mr. Sauce. My vision is cool. I still believe in my vision. So keep hating. I mean, yeah. Look, yeah, the White House in Bolt, yeah, because his dad died like 3 weeks before he signed that. So to score that is huge. That's definitely huge, man. So actually, before we go in there, let me just Harry Truman with the super chat says more drubbings. Watched Derby defending last season. Harry, bro, let me be real. I'm worried because I get that this season is a write-off for Chelsea. I get that. I understand that. I can't live in a world where Chelsea are 10th. I can live in a world where Chelsea are fighting with Bournemouth and Norwich for a mid-table berth. And if it is true that you watched, because I did watch Derby County, but mainly in the EFL Cup, but if it is true that Derby County defend like scrapyard heaps, Kante is going to be Lampard's most important player. And I hope Lampard understands that Kante is your most important player. And if Kante isn't a focal point of this team, Chelsea could be fighting relegation. They could be fighting relegation, or they could be fighting to stay in mid-table. That's just me being real. So let's get down to the main topic now, which of course is the Super Cup between Liverpool and Chelsea. Jurgen, I'm appealing to you, Jurgen, because we're both friends. Jurgen, we go back a long way. I was a huge fan of your Dortmund side. I believed what you did in your Dortmund side. And I get that you like the Super Cup. But Jurgen, I want to bargain with you. Because, Jurgen, you're dealing with a new HH. So I have a request, HH. Jurgen, please give me that Super Cup. I'll give you the Premier League. You don't need to know the details. Give me that Super Cup, and I will give you. So basically, give me that Super Cup, and I will give you that Premier League. That's all I'm asking. I need this for the agenda. So that's just a little that's just a precursor there, man. That's Jurgen. I just because I'm worried about what I saw on Sunday because I think Lampard seems a bit too hasty. He seems a bit too crazy. And Jurgen, a I don't want a foreshadowing. I don't want a foreshadowing. I don't want a colonization. I don't want a reconstruction. I don't want a philosophical beating on Wednesday because I can't handle that. I've been struggling with the L's I've been taking. I've been insulted. I've been abused. My visions have been discarded. I've been called have less. I've been called had hope. Um, so I've been called half brick, HB. People are calling me LL. So I'm meaning lost. So Jorgen, I'm dealing with a loss right now, and Jorgen, I'm just let's just add an appeal to you. I need this Super Cup. I'm begging you. We'll have a talk very soon. I will be calling you later on, so that we can just try and work out a deal. And the deal is very simple. You give me the Super Cup, I will give you the Premier League. So going back right now to this game now, Liverpool are the favorites, 100%, and I'm not even gonna like mince words or anything. They are the favorites, 100%. They are the favorites to win this. They're going to be the better team. So if I'm Liverpool and you're studying what Chelsea have done, because it's very difficult. If Liverpool play that Chelsea side that I saw against Man United, we are looking at a minimal baptism. We're looking at a minimal baptism. If Chelsea play like they did against on Sunday with that same team, that same setup with Zuma and Christensen at the back and a midfield that don't exist, where it's the Wild Wild West, we are looking at a minimum baptism. I will not report on a Super Cup final baptism. I can't do that. Some people will say that could be unprofessional, that'll be wrong. I don't give a damn. I am not reporting on a Super Cup final baptism. So that's what I think this is my thinking. I believe Liverpool will be facing a team that will learn some lessons from Man United, and Kante will be in that team. Kante will definitely be in that team. But I just think for Liverpool, I think what you see, they have the two flex. I think Liverpool can attack and they can contain. So they've got those two things in the locker. I think for Liverpool, and especially for Jurgen Klopp, Lampard has a philosophy. He has a certain philosophy, and he's going to stick to that philosophy. So, if I am Liverpool, I think that to begin with, it's to contain. Because if Liverpool contain, I don't know how Chelsea break down Liverpool. Especially with the help of Henderson and Fabinho being that double pivot in front of Van Dijk and Gomez. I don't know how that Chelsea team with Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, and so forth, I don't know whether they have the technical qualities to be able to break down that block that Liverpool will have. And Liverpool know that if they have that structure and they get the ball to Mane or Salah and they try and get Firmino in between those two defenders, it could be lights out. It could be lights out. Because, of course, Salah is going to be up against Emerson and Man is going to be up again as Aspilicueta. I am truly worried about that matchup. Salah, I think, might give birth to Emerson. He might give birth to Emerson. I mean, we might actually see for the first time in football history an actual birth happening. We might actually see like a pregnancy and a birth actually happening if with Salah and Emerson. So for Liverpool, I just think I do feel that the temptation that I think Klopp may have is to attack Chelsea. So we know that these guys play open. We have better finishers than them. Let's attack them. And I think that if he does that, Liverpool could most definitely win because Liverpool have better sharpshooters and more precise finishers. But you're playing a dangerous numbers game because what if Salah, Mane, people don't really finish, and what if Chelsea get lucky and actually, if those chances go in? I don't think you should be taking that risk, especially in a Super Cup final game. So I think Liverpool's tactics should be almost similar to the tactic that they had against Tottenham. Obviously, after they had the penalty, where, you know what, contain, keep it holding. Just hold Chelsea through, and don't force Chelsea to come out. So that here you think that you're going to go out attack. Because if Liverpool go out and attack, they could still very easily win. But Chelsea's only chance in this game is if Liverpool attack. That is the only chance they have in this game, is if Liverpool attack. Because if Liverpool contain and sit back, Chelsea are screwed. Because I believe this Lampard team and this Chelsea team that he has in his mind can only play if they are given space. And I think Liverpool can beat Chelsea if they attack. Liverpool can beat Chelsea if they contain. So, but if I was Klopp, to begin with, I would contain. And depending where the how the game goes, then Liverpool can easily switch and now play a much higher line and really force them through. Because look, against Norwich, and I know it's Norwich had some opportunities. And your boy Pookie, the Pokemon, G'd up. So there is that opportunity there that Chelsea could have if Liverpool do play a high line. But I do think that I don't think Liverpool will attack from the beginning. If I was to be a betting man, I think from the beginning Liverpool will feel out Chelsea. And he might tell his boys, you know what, contain. Let's feel them out. 15, 20 minutes gone. Let's now react and say, what's up? How are you doing? How do we feel? With regard where Chelsea are concerned, Giroud. Start with Giroud. I love Tammy Abraham. I think Tammy Abraham can do something. Lampard, I'm trying to win this trophy. Okay, Lampard, we're trying to win a trophy here. So if we're trying to win a trophy here, there's no time for games. I don't give a damn about your philosophy. We're trying to win a trophy here. And because we're trying to win a trophy here, listen to me. Just listen to HH, okay? I'm that dude. You start with Giroud, Pulisic, gonna get Willian in there, and so I think maybe Hudson-Odoi isn't even fully fit. So okay, you're stuck with that. Can you just instruct Pedro to go forward, just for a laugh? You know what you should do, Pedro? I double dare you to dribble forward. That's what I'm saying. I double dare you to dribble forward. That's what I ask. So Kante is going to be crucial in this game. He's going to be intensely crucial. I think Chelsea should try and play with some confidence here. If Chelsea tried to sit back, I don't know. But Chelsea can't attack as much as they did. The balance in midfield was atrocious on Sunday. It was absolutely atrocious. If Chelsea have that same kind of approach that they had on Sunday, Liverpool will smoke them out. Liverpool will completely and totally smoke them. So Kante is going to be huge and extremely important in this game. I don't really want to see Barkley in this game. It's games like this where I really miss Hazard. I really, truly miss Hazard. Truly miss, if only Hazard was playing, I truly miss him. So, that defense worries me because, I don't know whether you guys know, is Rudiger still injured? If Rudiger is still injured, bro, see, if Rudiger is injured, Kante's role is going to be even much more important. It's going to be even much more important, So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Bro, Kante, you have to play. I don't care whether Kante is injured. If Kante doesn't play, guys, then it's a wrap. It's a fitter wrap. He has to play. So just think for Chelsea, what I just want for Lampard is a reaction from Sunday. But specifically to Liverpool, I just think the best way to beat them, you need to have a Giroud presence in attack. And you need, and I think Giroud presence in attack and get Pulisic to get to that byline and put some crosses in and trying to get Giroud to try and combine with either a Pedro or a Pulisic, but specifically a Pulisic. Pulisic must almost be shadowing as either a wide inside forward or a number 10. That is what should happen. But I am very, very worried about Zuma and Christensen as the two center defenders. I'm worried. I'm worried. I mean, that truly worries me. And I think, for Liverpool, even if, so I suppose the midfield is Fabinho, Henderson, and Wijnaldum, because I heard that Navigator is injured. And I suppose that is, you could argue it's a conservative midfield that Liverpool have because they don't really have much more of a runner. But although Henderson's last third work has been pretty damn good. His last third work has been pretty damn good. Oxlade, okay, it's true. I suppose it could be Ox. I suppose it could be Ox. I suppose it could be Ox. So I think this is the perfect game for Liverpool to employ Ox, and I think that if Ox is there, that is going to be very dangerous because again, that's where Lampard. That's where Kante has to be key because if Liverpool gets into a transition and Ox is breaking from midfield and combining with Salah and Mane, bro, guys, I'll be real with you. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a real tough one. I don't know how they'll pull through, but look, I did feel. Don't worry, I will read the super chats. Don't worry, the super chats are there. I will read those super chats. I'll read those super chats. But taking everything into account, I suppose you could say Liverpool may perhaps take this 2-1 or 2-0. It could be 2-1 or 2-0, which I think is unfortunate because I wanted this Super Cup. But I am struggling to find out a way in which Chelsea can beat Liverpool here. So, guys, tell me below, what do you think the scoreline will be? Just to round things off, and then I'll get to the super chats, is for Liverpool, they just have to play their game. I think the approach for Klopp, if they go out to attack and they play a high line, I think it's going to be risky. But I do think that they are more likely to score. They're still very likely to win if they do play a high line and they attack. Because if they really attack Chelsea and say, look, we're going to go full on open, and Liverpool's pressing game is good. You have guys like Van Dijk and Henderson and Fabinho winning the ball early and restricting the access to Chelsea's attack. It could be 2-0 after 50 minutes, because that Chelsea defense I think is going to struggle. So I'll be real with you guys. I'm very worried about Wednesday. I'm very worried about Wednesday because I think if Klopp tells Liverpool to attack and Chelsea don't have any kind of response to Liverpool's pressing game and Chelsea can't beat Liverpool's press, it could get very ugly. It could get really, really ugly. And just with regards to Chelsea, I just think that have a presence in midfield. Don't leave yourselves too open. If you leave yourselves too open against a team like a Liverpool, it's going to be lights out. It's going to be lights out. So it is what it is. Remember, I will be joined by Mr. Forward, where we'll be doing the live chats from 8 p.m. So there's going to be a live chat, watch along during the game with myself and Mr. Forward. So join us to see how Chelsea can react and do this. Mr. Lampard, please don't screw this up, man. Do not screw this up. I am begging you, bro. All right, so now I need to now get over here to some of these lovely super chats. Let me pull up a super chats right now. Main cam. All right. So Harry Truman said they had the same issues defending in transition. Yes, so obviously Harry Truman referring to Derby County with their issues defending in transition. Harry, you know what? I said initially that Lampard is a rookie. This dude is a flipping rookie. He just entered management and is now the manager of Chelsea. It was a sentimental hire. He is a talented coach, but I always said Rafa Benitez would have been a better option, and people laughed at me. I said Benitez would have been a better option because Benitez is a far better manager than Lampard could ever hope to be. But people are like, oh, Lampard is back, and people were all jumping up and up like, oh, it's Lampard. So, bro, Harry, he better learn. He better learn on the job. He better learn on the flipping job. Um, Silver Spring says, "How do you hire a guy who managed Derry United? Who managed Derry United? Are you referring to, did Lampard manage Derry United? Do Derry United even exist?" So Silver Spring, I'm not sure whether Derry United exists. Silver Spring again with another super chat who says, "If Hazard starts, Liverpool will struggle." Silver, sorry to break it to you, but His Highness, His Royal Highness Zad, doesn't play for Chelsea anymore. He currently now plays for Real Madrid. He's looking trim, looking fine. He's no longer a Chelsea player. So, my dear friend, Silver Spring, we will now have to cope without Zad. Unfortunately, that is just the reality of the situation that we find ourselves in. So Neymar. Neymar, Neymar, Neymar. This dude, man. It looks like it's pretty much confirmed. It seems as if he don't have the balls. So Neymar is going to be plying his trade in Barcelona. The Eric Abidal is in Paris right now. The deal is being currently finalized. And very soon, Neymar is going to be a Barcelona player. I think it's all going to be done. It's happening. And if I can appeal to Neymar in the 11th hour, this is my final thing, because I feel like if it's already been done. Bro, how sure are you that they rejected the offer? People are saying that PSG rejected the offer. Did they? Are you sure? Neymar, if you go to Barcelona, it's you have failed. You have failed. Because I'm going to talk about the deal specifically and how much it benefits PSG, whether PSG should take on that deal. But I'm appealing to Neymar. If you go back to Barcelona, that is a backward step. Because Messi is obviously appealing to you, because Messi desperately wants another Champions League title. And Messi desperately wants another treble. And Messi knows that I was so close to getting a treble, but I had to play with a bunch of losers. But I trust you. You are someone who I know has that proper skill level that is to my understanding. So he is coaxing to try and win it for Barcelona. But you playing with Messi, you'll be playing under Messi. You will not be the superstar. Real Madrid is where you will be the superstar. That's what happened. That is where you will be the superstar. You will be that dude. And this is the challenge. You've already won the treble with Barcelona. You already have. It's already been done. So if you win the treble with Barcelona again, it's like, okay, you've done it. Okay, now if you were to do it without Messi, now that would be something. But Messi ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So you winning the treble again, okay, cool, nice one, but if you were to go to Real Madrid and take a team who suffered last season and not only win the Champions League, but to win the league, or if you were to win the treble, something that Real Madrid haven't done before. If you were to win the treble with Real Madrid, Neymar, you will be beloved again. You'll be back on top of the world. And that would give you your well-deserved Ballon d'Or. You're not getting a Ballon d'Or at Barcelona while Messi's there. It's not happening. No matter what you do as Barcelona, no matter how hard you try, you will never be fully appreciated. The love will always go to Messi. That's Messi's team. It's called Messilona. It's not called Barcelona. It's called Messilona. So, how is it that you went to PSG to be the father of Mbappe, and you're running back to Barcelona, for Messi to be your father? That makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. But I suppose it is what it is. Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty of this deal right now. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, getting out to the nitty gritty. Sorry, I mean just the nitty gritty of this deal. Guys, Coutinho and Rakitic. What are PSG going to do with Coutinho and Rakitic? So the deal that Barcelona are offering, I believe, is they are offering Coutinho, Rakitic plus cash. I believe, is that right? I believe that is right. They're offering Coutinho and Rakitic plus cash. I'm just hit the super chat here where Harry Truman says, thank you for the super chat, Harry Truman, who says, Neymar is turning into Adriano, cannot shine Zad's boots. Neymar and Hazard cannot be mentioned in the same sentence. Eden Hazard is the vastly superior player. Don't mention Neymar in the same breath as Hazard. Please don't. Don't insult Zad, please. So I asked the audience, what are PSG going to do with Rakitic and your dear friend? So what are they going to do with Rakitic and Coutinho? Please tell me. Let me go even further because I think people are curious. PSG's main aim is to win the Champions League. The Uber Eats Liga is irrelevant. They win that in their sleep. Will Coutinho and Rakitic lead them to win a Champions League? Because I've not even gone to Coutinho and Rakitic from their point of view. I've not even gone there. But let's just deal with PSG. Your aim is to win the Champions League. That's your aim. Your aim is to win the Champions League. That's why you got Neymar. That's why you got Neymar. The entire project was funded and created because PSG's aim, the whole point of this PSG team was to fund a force to conquer Europe. That was the point of PSG. That's why Ibrahimovic was brought, but he flopped and he failed. It was to conquer Europe. That is the entire existence of PSG in this time. It's not to dominate France. They knew that was going to happen. When they had Verratti, who is the best central midfielder in the world, by the way, when they had Verratti, Di Maria, and so forth, they knew they were going to dominate. They knew. But it was to win the Champions League. They thought Ibrahimovic would be the guy. He failed. Then they brought Neymar, and they thought Neymar would be the guy with Mbappe. They failed. So, Neymar failed, but Coutinho and Rakitic will succeed. Guys, I'm lost. I'm lost. That's a crap deal. That's a crap deal. $100 million. You paid over 200 mil for this dude, and you want to accept a deal of 100 million plus Coutinho and Rakitic. PSG's problem isn't the midfield. That's not their problem. The midfield is fine. Okay, you can improve, but it's fine. Defense is fine. Attacking, yeah. The PSG's issue is they're missing that clutch player. Yo, bro, when Ibrahimovic wins a Champions League or scores, or when Ibrahimovic actually tells me what a Champions League final is like, then maybe we can have a discussion about him and Drogba. Don't you dare compare Ibrahimovic to Drogba until Ibrahimovic can tell me what it feels like to play in a Champions League final. Don't put him in the same sentence as Drogba. Thank you. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm putting out there is that's a bad deal. I will be shocked if PSG accept that deal. That is a bad deal. A totally bad deal. For PSG, 100%, they know, okay, they can't sell him for that cash, but they want something in return. If I'm PSG, I want the ooze. I want the ooze. That's what I want. I want cash plus the ooze. Because I think the ooze and Mbappe can do something. Because Mbappe, the ooze, and Cavani, that's an interesting three. Now, that will not automatically equate to a Champions League. It won't. Of course it won't. But compared to Coutinho, I mean, no. Barcelona need Neymar. 100%. If we're not looking at Barcelona, they need Neymar. I don't give a damn what Griezmann say. I think Griezmann made a point that, oh, we don't need Neymar, we don't really need Neymar. I mean, they have me, Antoine, and, like I can, guide them to victory. Griezmann, you're a sideshow. You're a good player. You're a good player. You're a useful player to have. You're not a superstar. You ain't scoring a winning goal in a Champions League game. You ain't leading anybody to anything. That's not happening. You can lead a team to Europa League, but this ain't Europa League. This is big boy now. Okay? You're not going to be a starring guy for a treble. Nah, you ain't Iniesta. You ain't Henry. You ain't Edson. You're not that dude. You're not that dude. So, Barcelona need Neymar. If Neymar was to join Barcelona, La Liga is a wrap. I don't give a damn about a testy baby called João Felix. I don't. And Hazard can't carry that overweight dude called Benzema. So if Neymar joins, the league is a wrap. And Barcelona are one of the Champions League favourites, automatically. Because the combination of Neymar and Messi would be deadly. Messi isn't slowing down. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the season that Messi shows a sign of decline because it's scary to say, wait a minute. When is this dude going to decline? Because an argument can be said that one of Messi's best seasons was last season. So Messi ain't declining. And as much as I insult that bomb, Neymar, when he's fit, the guy is incredible. And the cannibal is declining. He is declining. But Neymar would be returning to Barcelona a better player than he was in 2015. And I think even if you're not getting prime cannibal, a fully fit Neymar and a fully fit Messi, I'm not sure how many teams stop that. If Neymar was fully fit for Barcelona, they beat Liverpool and they win the treble. Simple as that. If Neymar was fully fit for PSG, who knows? Who knows what could have happened? Who knows? Because, that would have been very interesting. If PSG faced Barcelona in that quarter-final, if Neymar was fit, who knows? Who knows? So, Barcelona 100% should go all out for Neymar. Now, I don't see what I believe, and I think Jujuman alluded to this in the Hangouts. Barcelona don't have the cash. They don't have the cash. Hence why it's cash plus players. Now, I thought Real Madrid had the cash. Now let's look at Real Madrid. Now there was a report in ESPN and FC where some Real Madrid players are supposedly trying to convince him. That's what I heard. Wait, how is who's going to get the Malcolm treatment? What do you mean by that? No. Messi owns what he's the manager, he's the director. Look, Messi owns everything about Barcelona. Look, he is the club. That's why Pep has such a chip on his shoulder, because Pep knows that Messi gave Pep his career. Pep owes his career to Messi. So for Real Madrid, I mean, they're definitely players. And yeah, Marcelo could have probably been one for sure. Because I know that Marcelo and Neymar are pretty close. So I believe Real Madrid have the cash, or somewhere near the cash, because I was hearing something like 120 or 130 from Real Madrid. Real Madrid need Neymar more than Barcelona do. Barcelona will win the La Liga with or without Neymar. Champions League, not too sure. Still a possibility, not too sure. With or without Neymar, Barcelona can win the La Liga. Real Madrid are not touching a trophy without Neymar. You know, that's just what I said. They're not touching a trophy without Neymar. It's not happening. It's not happening. So it just doesn't seem likely that Real Madrid are going to get this deal, which is unfortunate, because as a football fan, as a football purist, bro, they ain't winning. Did you read my lips? I said they're not touching a trophy if they don't get Neymar. Their striker is Benzema. Okay? So please. I thought Real Madrid would get this deal done. That's what I thought. I thought that somehow, someway they would find a way to get this deal done, but that doesn't look like if it's going to happen. That doesn't look like if it's going to happen. And bro, I mean, Hazard can only do so much. Hazard can only do so much. See, Jovic for me, all because you did well for Eintracht Frankfurt, doesn't mean that you will do well for Real Madrid. Doesn't mean that you'll be able to step up at a higher level and deliver at a higher level. It just doesn't, you know. So sort of just like, you know, close this down. I believe Neymar is going to be a Barcelona player. By hook or by crook, somehow, some way, whether it's in installments, under the table deal, backhand deal, Barcelona will work out a deal for PSG somehow, some way. It's going to happen. And as I said again, for me, I think Neymar going to Barcelona, I think that is a loser's move on Neymar's part. For Barcelona, that is a great move. That move 100%. See, that move ends La Liga as a contest. It ends La Liga as a contest. And it makes the Champions League very exciting now. It would make the Champions League very, very exciting. So, and that's a nice little, beautiful transition to our next topic, which of course is Champions League talk. Champions League talk, that's which is going to be our next topic right now. So let me just hit the super chats here. Super chats from Abdul Shaks. Thank you very much for the super chat, my dear friend. Hazard looking like the next Bale or Coutinho. Abdul. Sorry, last I checked. This is last I checked. That's what Coutinho looks like. Does that look like Hazard to you? Please, just take a long look. Does that look like Hazard to you? This is where Coutinho could potentially be living very soon. Very soon. And he may actually, I think he currently resides here in the Class B wing. I think you can see the Class B wing somewhere around there. So, what makes you think that you can come out with such an extremely rude statement. Um, you see, guys, first of all, the UK needs to they flopped. As time of speaking, there are no TV rights to show La Liga games. Do you know how sick that is? You know that I need to monitor Zad. I need to monitor Zad, one of Chelsea's greatest players and a man who was voted top 5 greatest Premier League players of all time. So, a guy who is top 3 in the world was voted top 5 best Premier League players of all time. You know how much I need to monitor his progress and what he does at Real Madrid? Because Chelsea fans owe a sense of gratitude. There's no being sporting. Yo, Harry, I was reading that about Amazon. Okay, look. Jeff Bezos. Bezos, if you're listening, Jeff Bezos, who is the president of Amazon. Jeffrey, first of all, we need to have a meeting because I need 350 million from you. 350 million will not kill you in any sort of way. So, Jeff, please give me 350 million and you will never hear from me again. So, that's a separate thing. Jeffrey Bezos, Amazon. Football is the biggest sport in the world. Football is one of the biggest products on the planet. And it is only getting bigger. And the media and those reporting it are only getting bigger, like YouTube and so forth. Jeffrey, I am begging you, use your power for Amazon Prime, because I do have Amazon Prime, Bezos, I'm begging you. Please, please, please. Make a deal and get the rights for La Liga. Jeff, I need to watch Hazard this season. I am begging you. I need to watch Hazard's games from Real Madrid this season. I am begging you, please, because a lot of people are trying to get me out of here. There are a lot of haters who are trying to get me out of here because I am already resenting the fact that Hazard is screwed and I'm going to take a lot of insults this season. And it is what it is because people, for some reason, say that I can't give any excuses because I think Benzema is trash and Hazard can't be judged on Benzema being trash. But it is what it is. I'll take those insults. It's fine. If for some reason, let me capture this, baby. Let me capture this. If for some reason Hazard pulls something off, now you know what? I've learned my lesson because Lampard made me look like a fool. So guys, don't tempt me. I learned my lesson. Lampard made me look like a fool, so I will not make that same mistake again. So I'm going to pick my words very carefully. I'm going to pick my words very carefully so they don't come back and haunt me. If Zad does the improbable, because what do you know what Zad did? Zad won a European trophy with scraps. Zad won a European trophy. Wait, where is it? He won a flipping Wait, what's my thing? Oh Lord. Your boy Zad won a trophy with this. With this. He won a European trophy with this. And I need you to respect what this guy does. I need you to appreciate what this man does. What this man is. What this man did for Chelsea. What this man did for Chelsea was incredible. And the lack of appreciation, the lack of love for what this man, he did something that I don't know how many individuals has done that. Name me one individual who won the European trophy with scraps. I'll wait. Name me one individual who took this. Tell me a single footballer who took this and won a European trophy with what you're looking at right now? Please tell me. You can't. You can't. So all I'm saying is this. That's what I'm saying. You know. Hazard is up against it. You were promised Pogba. You didn't get Pogba. You were promised Neymar. You didn't get Neymar. If Zad does the improbable, I'm going to have to launch a Ballon d'Or campaign. If he does the improbable and takes an aging team who are on the decline without any all-star player in his peak, and he leads this team to something, we're going to have a discussion. We're going to have a real, honest discussion. Because, I'll be real with you, man. Real Madrid, let me go through the names. Benzema is not that good. Benzema didn't score 30 goals last season. That's fake news. Okay? That's fake news. He did not score 30 goals last season. That's a lie. That is a complete, total bald-faced lie. That dude did not score. If he scored 30 goals, that is the cheapest 30 goals I've ever seen in my life, because I refuse to believe it. Luka Jovic is unproven. He's unproven. He's unproven. Vinicius is a test tube baby. Vinicius is a test tube baby. Modric did all he could last year. He's burnt out. Toni Kroos is not a midfielder that controls things. Casemiro is on the decline. Gareth Bale is a golfer. He'll be playing the Masters next year. He's a professional golfer now. Sergio Ramos, Varane, okay, they're over there, but they may be aging as well. So the only player in his prime is Zad. If Zad carries this team to a trophy, you have to respect this man. Because I find it... You don't fat shame a top 3 player. Guys, that's not how life works. Okay, let me educate you people. If you're tier 1, you don't get insulted if you're tier 1. So, you people, you're being very foolish. You can't fat shame a tier 1 player. Are you stupid? Show some respect. Okay? Guys, those rankings are there for a reason. Okay? Those rankings those are official rankings. So, respect those official rankings and respect tier 1 players. Van Dijk, you've got all my respect in the world. Because you're tier 1. Van Dijk has my respect. Hazard is tier 1. Show him some damn respect. Who do you think you are, fat shaming a tier 1 player? Are you sick? Fat shaming a guy who was the best player at the World Cup? Are you sick? Guys, what were his numbers last season? Somebody play in the live chat. Give me a fact check. Please, my Chelsea people, give me a fact check. What were his numbers last season? Give me those numbers I want to read those numbers live on air. Give me those numbers. Somebody fact check. What were his numbers last season? What were his numbers last season? So 16 goals, 15 assists. No, don't. We'll get to the Champions League talk. We'll get to that Champions League talk. Don't worry, baby. 16 Or somebody said it's even 20 goals, 15 assists. This guy gave you double figures of G's and assists for a with scraps, with an average team. Pedro Pedro plays like he is an admitted patient in a mental asylum. Okay? With Dr. Alonso. Look, Harry, tell these dudes. Harry, tell these dudes what the boy Zad did. Okay? And he delivered in the final. Are you guys sick? Are you sick? What's this? So again, super chats from Abdul Shaks, who says Zad will never score 20 plus goals ever. Facts. Abdul, thank you for the super chats, but last I checked, Zad is a creator. He's a playmaker. His job isn't to score goals. Him scoring goals is an extra, which is why it is even much more amazing what he did, because his job isn't to score goals. It isn't to score flipping goals. So all I say to you people is respect. That's your boy Zad. Champions League talk now. Champions League talk now. It's not time for us to talk about that Champions League. As you all know, guys, this channel was pretty much built off the CL. That is how this channel was built. Like my first videos that really got tracking was the CL. You know, I probably did a little bit of a little retro, like look back, you know. And one of my biggest videos, one of my ones I loved was Uncle Moo, man. You know, when Uncle Moo did his thing against Pep Guardiola, Inter Milan 2010, one of the most beautiful teams of all time, let's address the pink elephant in the room. I said Semi's minimum. Being a proud man, you shouldn't back down from your claims. You know. Now, I said Semi's minimum before the shakedown on Sunday. Now, I have been attacked on Twitter. Like, look, this has been it's been tough. Like, I've been trying to stay away from social media because people have just been throwing insults at me, both on social media and on thingy, you know. Bro, I ain't taking nothing back. I'm taking nothing back. Never happening. I'm not taking anything back. Chelsea are a wounded animal. They've been mocked. But I believe in a response. I believe in a response. I believe in a response. So, now that I've seen Chelsea in full, you see, semis may be a stretch. Semis, it might be a stretch. Because, you know, I don't like backing down. I don't like backing down, you know. Bro, that's harsh. Group stage max, no. No. That's wrong. Come on. That's wrong. Okay. Chelsea are getting past those groups. They're getting past those groups. Relax. Okay. Chelsea are not doing group stage max. I'm not having that. Shout out to Judy and everything. That's not happening. But I still believe that Chelsea can surprise some people, because as much as United did win 4-0, there were some good points from Chelsea. As in, Mason Mount looks alright. If Tammy Abraham had scored that chance, who knows? If Emerson has scored that chance, who knows? The approach play and the attack from Chelsea does look good, and I think that team will cause some people problems. I think the youthfulness and the way they move the ball out and how attacking they are and the way they move the ball around, I believe that they could cause some teams issues and problems. I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. But semis is, it's a lofty claim. It's a lofty claim. It's a lofty claim. But why shouldn't I be confident? Why should I back down? Why should I back down? Because if I back down, the haters win. If I back down, the haters win. I cannot allow the haters to win. The haters are trying to pull down HH. HH is an entity. Insults my visions. Insults my analytical skills. Insults all these different things. What is crushed to the earth shall rise again. And after I took the L. I took the L. Fine. Hate on me. But let me say this. If somehow, some way, Chelsea surprise people in the Champions League, if Chelsea find their ways in a Champions League semi-final, I don't want anyone to come back and apologize. That's what I'm saying. If Chelsea, because look, it's unlikely. It's unlikely. But if Chelsea make a Champions League semi, I don't want to. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear a single word from any of you, because the insults I've received, and I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. But the way people have abused me and yelled at me, I won't forget. I don't forget. I don't really forgive, but I most definitely don't forget. So, it's a tough one because, see, when I was giving out the Champions League favorites and so forth, I was looking at Juventus. So Juventus were the team that I was looking at. I said, Juventus are the favorites. João Cancelo is better than Danilo. Gallo, speak if you need be and respond whenever you want here, Mr. Gallo. But so look, Gallo, let me be real, because Gallo, I'm talking about your boys now. Danilo is alright, but Danilo is inferior to João Cancelo. I don't understand that swap deal. I don't know what's happening with Dybala. But Dybala, I feel, is important for Juventus. I like Dybala. Has he fulfilled his potential? Of course he hasn't fulfilled his potential. He hasn't fulfilled his potential. But I believe Dybala on Sarri's system could work very well. I'm excited to see what Rabiot does. Rabiot is very underrated. Very underrated. I remember Rabiot's performance in that game against Real Madrid. He was PSG's best player. He bossed that midfield. Home and away. He is a very good, graceful, quality player. But guys, Cristiano came out and he spoke. He spoke. Cristiano wants that Champions League. He wants that Champions League. And I feel that, see, the way that Juventus went out against Ajax, that was shock. I fully believe that Juventus were going to beat Ajax. And if Juventus had beaten Ajax, they would have beaten Tottenham. Juve, Liverpool, I'm riding with Juventus, man. And as great as that may sound, Liverpool will be good, but Cristiano in a Champions League final? Wait, he's never lost a Champions League final. Yeah, he's never. So if Cristiano would have gotten to that Champions League final, as good as Liverpool were, I'd have to go for Juventus somehow. So has he? No, has he? No. I don't think 2009. He did. Yes, he did. Where Eto scored. Where Eto did that like celebration where he was like with that celebration when he scored. Guys, Eto, man. Eto, man. Don't mess with that dude. Guys, this is going to be a marathon. This is going to be a marathon. I told you, I have my water here, so this is going to be a marathon live stream because I told you guys it's about interaction. So hopefully this will keep me through. I'm going to see how long I can keep this marathon of a live show going. But we're going to be in here for the long haul. So I think that's for you. I'll be real with you guys. I really thought Juventus were going to win it. That's like last season. Like when Cristiano scored that hat trick, I was like, oh my god, is this guy actually going to do it? That's what I was like. Are you sure was this guy going to do it? Like I was worried. I was worried. So, have Juve gotten stronger? Somewhat. They shouldn't have sold Cancelo or so forth. But the question mark for Juventus with regards to the Champions League is Sarri's system. If Sarri's system doesn't really work and the players don't really sort of adjust to it, then it could be an issue. But if they really get the Sarri system working and it's becoming effective, because I think what Allegri lacked was a defensive approach can win. A defensive approach can win, which is what Jose Mourinho showed for Inter Milan back in 2010. So a defensive approach can win for sure. But I believe that the teams were so good offensively and attacking. I do feel that this is what Juventus needed. I think what they needed was a massive shift in psychology. And I think that is what the introduction of Sarri will bring. So if I was going to pick prime favorites, it might have to be Liverpool. And the reason why I say Liverpool is Real Madrid pretty much had that same team for 3 seasons. Yeah, guys, remember, like that vid. If you're here, guys, come on, man, support your boy, like that vid, like that freaking vid, support your boy, support HH, and independence analyst trying lives. Like that vid, man, like that vid. Hit the like button, smash that like button, guys. Thank you, Ran, for reminding the people. Thank you. I can't look past Liverpool because Real Madrid. See, there is a difference between cup football and league football. In a league football format, you need new players. You need new players because league football is a squad thing. It's not a team thing, it's a squad thing. Cup football is about your 11. And Liverpool have an extremely effective 11. So for me, let's be real. Got to the final in 2018. They won it in 2019. I believe that 2020 they can ride. Yo, easy with the headline, man. Yes, I know I'm going bald. Relax, chill. Yes, I'm gonna go bald. I'm embracing my bald head. So you have those 3 then. Now remember, for AC Milan, it was a case of so it was 05 final, 06 semi, then 07 they then won it. But remember, those players, i.e. Nesta, Pirlo, Inzaghi, Shevchenko, they were all sort of on their way out and hitting the decline. For Liverpool, Mane, Salah, Van Dijk, these guys are still in their prime. So they're still in their prime. And that was similar to what happened with Real Madrid during that 3 flex. In that 3 flex, guys were still in their prime. They were still in their prime. So for me, Liverpool have to be still the clear favourites. Because we have to see a dude called Antoine. No. Sorry, I don't trust a dude called Antoine who does this. Sorry. Man City. Have you seen Man City's squad? Just wondering. Have you seen their squad? Have you seen their bench? Oh, side note. City won't be getting punished for them breaching the way that they signed the young players. Oh, no, 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 no. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. Not side notes. So, Chelsea get a transfer ban for the way they acquired young players. City do the same thing, and they don't get reprimanded. They don't get a fine. Guys, unless I'm missing something. Now, I don't want to say anything too much. I don't want to go into deep, but I believe that the crime that City were doing is the same as Chelsea. So why didn't Chelsea get fined? And how come City didn't get a transfer? Guys, man. You see, I don't hate Pep. Let me be fully clear here. I don't hate Pep. I don't hate the dude. I don't. But Pep, you've been given a helping hand. I'm sorry. I appreciate what you did for Bayern Munich and what you did in thingy. If Man City don't make the Champions League final, I'm sorry. That's a blip on Pep's resume. So you would have been at Man City for 4 seasons, spending unspeakable amounts of cash, and you can't give me a single Champions League final? See, if there's a team that must win the Champions League this season, it is Man City. Man City must win it, especially, and listen very closely, if De Bruyne is fully fit and they don't have any major injuries, everyone is fully fit, and City don't win the Champions League, guys, don't mention Pep's name. Don't mention it because that's stupid. You've spent too much. You have too good of a squad for you not to win this thing. That's not a domestic squad. That's a Champions League squad. It's a Champions League squad. Let me just hit some of the super chats. So, super chats here from Martin Rosario. Thank you for the $2 super chats. Will you induct yourself if Chelsea don't make the Champions League semi? No, Martin, but I will induct myself if they don't make it through the group stage. Yes, I will do that. I will induct myself into Class C if they don't make it through the group stage because I am positive they'll make it through the group stage. Harry Truman says, Zuma will have his pants pulled down, ready in session. Harry, I am worried. I am very scared of what will happen. If Liverpool score within the first few minutes, I'm going to turn off the television. From Primera Marmot, thank you very much for the super chats, Mr. Primera Marmot. Another trash City Champions League run equals Brick Academy. If Man City don't make the final, at the very least, I'm inducting the club. I'm inducting the club. If they don't make the final, at least I'm inducting the club. So with regards to City, if you don't have any major injuries, City have to win it this year. Real Madrid, I'm not touching the trophy. I'm sorry, they're not touching that trophy. They're not coming anywhere close to that trophy. It's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not happening. Now, so Benzema has some kind of Champions League record or something, apparently. I don't know what it is. Bro, Harry, as I said again, if Liverpool score within the first 3 minutes, I'm pressing off and I'm telling Ford to piss off that the live stream is done. Real Madrid they're not touching it. It's not happening, man. No, it's not. Like, the team is ready. As good as Hazard is, and Hazard is good. Hazard is amazing. The team is aging. Modric needs to be replaced. Toni Kroos needs to be replaced. Casemiro needs to be replaced. The team, just having that go-to player who you knew could ride and was a potent, consistent goal scorer is key. because you always knew. See, that's for Real Madrid. Perez has to take an L. Say what you will about Cristiano, that dude always showed up. That dude always showed up. That dude was a consistent flipping goal scorer. And you see, like maybe I was hating on something, bro. Did Cristiano carry Real Madrid? No. Modric did his thing. Modric definitely did his thing, but Cristiano was a major factor as to what made Real Madrid so feared and so lethal in the Champions League. He was. And I think without him and without that consistent goal scorer and an aging squad that haven't been replaced, Real Madrid, I'm sorry, I can't put them as one of the favourites to do it. Bayern Munich are done. Perisic. You fail to get Leroy Sané, and your response is Perisic. Yeah, people call him blog, call him Periscope, call him Peridupe. Perisic. So I don't bro, like that doesn't mean I mean, so yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't want to be rude. I want to be respectful. But Bayern Munich are slowly becoming irrelevant. That may sound harsh because Bayern Munich are one of the most respectable clubs in the world with great history, but they're slowly becoming relevant. Perisic is a decent player. Perisic is tier 3. He's tier 3. Perisic's ceiling is tier 3. Perisic is not going above tier 3. And how do you now do you say that? Wait, is that real? Did United actually reject Perisic? You see that is that kind of stuff that I don't like. Please, I am begging you, please, don't tell me that Bayern Munich got a United reject. I am begging you, please don't, because that would just be rude. That would just be rude. So yeah, Bayern Munich, they're not doing anything. PSG, Mbappe knows that. Look, his time is limited at PSG, and Mbappe he didn't sign a contract extension. Mbappe will be at Real Madrid, I think, in the next 2 or 3 years. PSG can't win it without Neymar. Mbappe as the prime solo star is not enough. It's not enough. So, and that was the whole point of getting Neymar. Like, the whole point of getting Neymar was, this is a guy who is better than Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and this is a guy who has won the Champions League before, who would help us win it. But with him not being there, nah, it's a wrap. It's not going to happen. So, and for Barcelona, I think we're talking on Barcelona. Messi is desperate to win it, and Messi is showing no signs of slowing down. If Neymar joins Barcelona, Messi plus Neymar, also Frankie de Jong. I'm very interested to see what's going on with Frankie de Jong. If those two are combining, I think that's enough to win it. If Neymar stays fit, and it'd be very funny if Neymar stays fully fit for Barcelona, but he never stood fully fit for PSG. But if Neymar stays fully fit, along with Messi, bruh, I think it could be a wrap. I mean, not it can be a wrap, but that Barcelona would be very, very strong. They become very, very strong, man. So as of right now, I can't give someone who I believe is going to be a winner. I think Tottenham could be an outside shot as well, potentially, maybe. Dortmund as well. I think Dortmund and Tottenham are sort of outside bets. I'm hoping that Dortmund with Torgan Hazard, Brandt as well, I think that would hopefully improve them. Chelsea, Sessignon, maybe that'll improve Tottenham as well. So I wouldn't say a surprise team. And look, for Chelsea, they're making it through the groups. They're making it through the groups, chill. They're going to make it through the groups. Hopefully, they'll make it through the groups, and we'll then be able to see how far they go. I don't know who's going to win it, but if you're going to ask me now, if Neymar gets Barcelona, I believe it will probably be between Liverpool, Barcelona, and you would probably see a Liverpool-Barcelona final, which I think would be interesting. If Barcelona do not get Neymar, like, you know what? They're going to get Neymar. I think that's going to happen. They will get Neymar. So I believe that I'm looking at, I think it's Liverpool, Barcelona, Juventus. Those are the three teams. Those are the three teams. Liverpool, Juventus, Barcelona. Those are the three teams that I think can potentially win it. Boom. So, for this final little segment here, man, I'm going to look at the live chat and see what your questions are. So, very, very briefly here, let me just say this right now. Because we discussed on the Football Hangout. Sorry, no, on the Football Dugout, which of course is the Monday show. I respect De Bruyne. I respect him. De Bruyne is a nice kid. He's quite pale. He looks like an elf. I believe he was probably in one of the Lord of the Rings films. So, great kid. I respect him. I will never, ever insult him. I will never do that. I will never insult him. You do like that. De Bruyne is a system merchant. He relies on the system. That's what he does. He relies on the system. If the system works, De Bruyne is flipping amazing. In a crap team, a useless team, I don't know how good De Bruyne could be. Pogba can make a garbage crap team better. So I believe he can make a garbage crap team better. He can make a garbage crap team better. And I don't think he can do that. So Pogba can do truly amazing pieces of magic. And Pogba by himself can grab hold of a team. Wolfsburg we're not a crap team. What is this whole thing of Wolfsburg being a crap team? Wolfsburg were alright. And he made them better. Wolfsburg were not trash. Who told you Wolfsburg? What is this narrative that Wolfsburg were trash? Okay. Natural. Pogba. Yes. Pogba is inconsistent. Let me ask you this. In a tight game, difficult game, who would you trust more to come up with a moment of magic? Pogba or De Bruyne? In a tight game, tough game, very difficult, both teams are evenly matched, who would you look into really coming through? Now, this is what I would say. De Bruyne is more consistent, 100%. De Bruyne is more... If I'm looking for consistency over a season, I'm taking De Bruyne over Pogba all day, every day. In a final, in a big game, when I need somebody to do something crazy, I'm looking at Pogba. Because people don't give Pogba enough credit. Stop hating on the dude. That's what I'm saying. Stop hating on the dude. Yeah, all De Bruyne did at the World Cup was that goal against Brazil. That's all he did. So that was it. And also, like, it was 2-1. So it wasn't exactly like a clutch thing in a big moment, So now, as well, no, guys, remember to join your boy, to subscribe to Half Hope Sorts. So if you're here, remember to subscribe to Half Hope Sorts. Just head to the channel, the Half Football Hot channel, and just click on the right-hand side to Half Hope Sorts. That is my entertainment hub, where I talk all things films, movies, music, video games, and so forth. So I'm trying to get to at least 1,000 subs on the Half Hope Sorts. So if you've not already done it, head over to the Half Hope Sorts stop. So before I talk about Batman, because I have a few things to say about Dark Knight. Just a few things, because people have been insulting me about this. Remember, guys, new shirts are in for the shop. Get your merch. Look sexy. Buy the official Half of Football Hot merch and shirts, man. It is beautiful, it is sexy, and show your support for your boy H by buying the full-on merch. And that this needs to be updated. Support your boy. If you want to support your boy, support the football hots, become a patron today. The link is in the description box below. There is a brick tier. There is a brick tier of $1 a month. There's a $5 a month and $10 a month. So just choose whatever tier you want, and you will be given certain rewards with extra content and exclusive content as well. For instance, like during the game, I'll be giving you little video reactions during the games and so forth. So the Patreon is a way where you can support an independent working analyst like myself to help me eat and help me survive. And as a thank you, I will give you extra rewards from over there. So guys, let me just take this very real right now. Someone mentioned FC Porto. Craziness, scary, screwed up. How I think Conceição might be. I think the dude might be sacked. I think that dude might be sacked. Honestly speaking, I think that dude might be sacked. So that's just shocking. For the fact that FC Porto. Krasnodar. Krasnodar. Blood. No, that's messed up, man. You see, that's messed up. No. Congrats to Krasnodar. Wait, where are they from? Where Cluj? Where are Krasnodar from? But Krasnodar. So Celtic are out as well against Cluj. Damn. Yeah, man. Look, man. That because you need that to Krasnodar, man. Well done, guys. Well done. I mean, congrats, man. Founded in 2008, bro. That's deep. FC Porto, yeah, that has to be one of the. So from winning the Champions League in 2003, thanks to Nkumu, to losing, wow, that's crazy. Guys, I want to talk about Batman right now and the Dark Knight. Can I just ask this to the audience? Why is the Dark Knight a masterpiece? Just a simple question. Why do people view the Dark Knight as a masterpiece film? Because people keep telling me that. Because guys, I'm sorry, I'm a Batman fan. I'm a huge Batman fan. Like, people keep telling me that this is the greatest superhero movie of all time. Captain America Civil War is better than the Dark Knight. I'm sorry, it is. Captain America Civil War has a better storyline and a better told story and better action than the Dark Knight. Dory, because it's just that I've been sleeping, but Dory, I am the next battle is coming soon. I've actually edited it, so it should be dropping sometime soon. So the next battle should be coming sometime soon. Batman Begins was so basically, yeah, Batman Begins will be what was I going to say? Basically, Batman Begins is the best film. 100%. 100%. Yo, Ammo One. Why are you hating? See, I love the hateful comments. 400 people are watching me because they're trying to support your boy. They're trying to support your boy. That's why they're watching. Hate, I love haters. But what I always ask for haters is that hate in private. Why do you need to hate? Because hating just makes you look like a fool. And also, hating actually, look, naturally, you don't even need to hide him. Natural, please, let him talk, man. Let him talk. Yeah, I will be on my Twitch. Basically, I just need to eat. I need to have my jollof. And I will be on Twitch 1 a.m. UK time. So around 1 a.m., 1:30 UK time, I will be on Twitch. So I don't know what time that will be for the East Coast, West Coast guys. But yeah, around 1:30, I'll be on Twitch. So the thing about Batman is, see, I'm a huge Batman fan. I'm a massive Batman fan. One of my favorite films of all time is Michael Keaton's Batman film. Like, I have probably watched that film over 100 times. Easily over 100 times. No, yeah, Ibrahim, I will be looking into that. Ibrahim, I will be looking into that. That as to the privileges of what the Patreon guys do, because what I'm thinking of doing is, for the $10 Patreons, I'm going to create a special Discord for the $10 patrons that will have an exclusive live show for those top patrons out there. Actually, I mean, I'm thinking on it. I'm thinking on it. But yeah, Batman Begins was a quality film. It wasn't perfect. It was a quality film. The issue with The Dark Knight is the story was very pretentious. Lots of unnecessary speeches. And the Joker completely and totally lubricated Batman in that film. Really, Heath Ledger's acting is great. It's not the greatest acting. It's not the greatest performance of all time. Like, Ledger was good. It's not the greatest performance of all time. You need to watch Daniel Day-Lewis in Gangs of New York. You need to watch Gary Oldman in JFK. You need to watch Gary Oldman in True Romance. You need to watch Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood. You need to watch Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot. So trust me, there are a lot of other amazing acting performances. And for me, that's just me. Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator, I feel is I just prefer that as a greater performance. Gary Oldman in flipping Leon the Professional. Bro, thank you. I need to... Because I'm basically making a movie list. This is a movie list for the Half Up Scott channel. So this is a movie list of movies to watch. Thank you, Leon the Professional. Weird film though, but still, I need to put that down. But yeah, The Dark Knight for me just felt very pretentious. And you can't have a masterpiece of a film where the villain is pretty much the main character and completely rules the film. It's very cool for the villain to be the best character in the film. That's fine. But for the villain to literally rule the entire film, it's stupid. The voice on Batman in The Dark Knight was atrocious. Completely and totally atrocious. It's like I can't take you seriously if you talk like you've got a frog in your throat. Like you've got literally, it's like if the Brick Academy was living inside the guy's throat. That was stupid. That was stupid. You know? People are talking about Logan. I'm gonna release a video about Wolverine. This is my thing about Wolverine. I love Wolverine. Wolverine is short. Wolverine is short. And as good as Logan was, and Hugh Jackman is a quality actor. Like, I don't know how many of you have seen Prestige. Hugh Jackman is a quality actor. Like, if you watch Prestige or you watch Prisoners with Jake Gyllenhaal, he is a quality actor. It's just that if I get into you, will you get in the dark? There's people just showed you full of people ready to believe in God. I mean, awful. Thank you. Wolverine is 5'3", so it doesn't matter how good Hugh Jackman's acting is. He's too tall. You know, the thing about Hugh Jackman is he looks like Wolverine. That's the thing. Hugh Jackman looks like Wolverine. Like his actual face, he looks like Wolverine. Like his facial features is Wolverine. He's too tall. And Wolverine being short is critical to his character. It is critical to his character. So, look, like Nolan's Batman trilogy is in that great. Begins was quality, and the ending for Begins was damn good. Like I did like a scene analysis of the ending of Begins. I remember watching that in the cinema. Man, when they turned around that card and it was the Joker, bro, the excitement I had when I saw it, I was like, wow. Because just like I was like, what the hell? But see, like Dark Knight for me had issues. Dark Knight Rises, guys. How long was Batman in Nolan's film? How long? So You were Batman for about maybe a year and you retire? What? Insult George Clooney's Batman all you want. Bro, that guy was fully Batman. He wasn't thinking about retiring. How do you spend your time being Batman for about a year or maybe over a year and you retire? You're a chump. Like, Nolan's Batman is the biggest loser. He's the biggest loser. So that's for me. No. Complete and utter loser. Complete and utter loser, then man. Complete and utter loser. So super just here from Young One. Do you think the Black Widow film is needed? Thank you for the super Young One. See, the thing about Black Widow's film is too late. Should have been done earlier. And you see, for me, like, see, I'm not a fan of the Black Widow character, but she holds a very important role for the Avengers. She was one of the original Avengers. So, see, the film is going to be a prequel, obviously, and that makes sense. But the fact that when you see, okay, whatever happened to her in the film, and I don't want to give spoilers, but everyone knows, it's obviously going to be a prequel to see how she became that assassin. But it's like, why didn't you do this earlier? This should have been done earlier. Why wasn't they should have found a spot to have put this film? So it doesn't really make any sense doing it now. Now, is it needed? I don't think it's needed, because whatever story you're going to tell is like, see, if it's a really good film and it's a really well made film, so it's a really good espionage kind of film, sort of like Winter Soldier, then okay, then it's like, okay, you've got a nice good quality film, but that film, I don't think it's going to really advance the story in any kind of way. Having that, I don't think it's going to advance the story in any kind of way. So that's just my view. But speaking of Black Widow, let me just put this out there. War Machine, Falcon are trash characters. You know, all because they're black doesn't mean I have to like those complete garbage characters. See, I don't like Anthony Mackie personally. Like, you know, like, I just think that he's very arrogant and very full of himself. But War Machine and Falcon are trash, garbage characters. Complete and utter trash. Horrible, horrible characters. Black Panther is a crap character. Now, that may sound a bit shocking to some, but Black Panther is a crap character. Because there is nothing really interesting about it. See now, interesting black character. See, for me, Luke Cage, nah. But Spawn and Blade, that's where I ride. That's Spawn is a, for me, if you're the best black comic book characters are probably Bishop and Spawn. Bishop and Spawn. The thing about Black Panther is Black Panther was presented really well in Civil War. So in Civil War, Black Panther was amazing. See, for me, I've always said the Black Panther film is a very well made film. That's a very well made film, the Black Panther film. But Black Panther as a character just isn't interesting. There's just nothing interesting about the character, you know. Like for me, like, if you've read Spawn comics, like, Al Simmons is a bloody amazing character. He's a very interesting character. When you just look at what he was as Al Simmons, and when he becomes Spawn, is a bloody amazing character. And we all know how amazing Blade is. You know, I've always said this about the Punisher, and it's similar to Batman. See, for me, like, remember, I grew up with the Michael Keaton Batman film where he killed. That's what he did. So when people say, "Oh no, Batman has a rule and Batman doesn't kill," I'm like, wait a minute. So you live in the most crime-infested city in the world, and you don't kill. That's stupid. That's why I love the Punisher. I love the Punisher because the thing about the Punisher, and obviously this is obviously based on the events of his life. The Punisher is like, no, these criminals will never change. And like, that's even he has to say, you know, when I beat them, they stay down. So it's like, he says that, look, yeah, that's what he said to Daredevil. Is like, when you beat them, they get back up. When I beat them, they stay down. And there's just there's just a very finite thing about the Punisher that I just really admire. You know, um, and that's why I just think, like, as the Punisher. And guys, I don't know how many of you have seen the Punisher film, the first one, starring Dolph Lundgren, the one from the 80s. I think it came out in 1989. That was a damn good film. That was a damn good film because, you see, I didn't like the Thomas Jane film. Didn't like it. Didn't like the Ray Stevenson film. Now, too stupid, and it just got too over the top. John Bernthal, great. Like, I thought he was great. I still haven't finished the second season because I think the writing is a bit off. But John Bernthal as Punisher, I think, is great, and I think he deserves a film. I think Marvel needs to do something, work something out, and give John Bernthal a Punisher film, because I think that is a dude who deserves a film where better writing, a better director. Like, if David Fincher was directing, and oh my gosh, imagine this: David Fincher directing and Tarantino writing a Punisher film. Bro, that would be insane. That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. But yeah, man, no, but you see, that's the thing, is like, Falcon doesn't deserve that shield. Sorry, Captain America is my guy. Captain America has the best trilogy. The Captain America superhero movie trilogy is the best superhero movie trilogy of all time. Fact. That is the best superhero movie trilogy of all time, 100%. It beats everything. But what's I gonna say? Do you know how pissed off I was when he gave that shield to Falcon? Falcon doesn't deserve that flipping shield. I will never ever respect Falcon holding that shield. In the cinema, I said, Falcon, give that shield back to Captain America, or give that shield to Bucky. Bucky deserves that flipping shield because Captain America has been riding with Bucky all the way through. There is no way in hell I am accepting flipping Falcon holding that damn shield. Okay? No way in hell. I told you, like, see, what people understand is that don't treat black people like idiots. All because Falcon is black doesn't mean I have to like him. All because he's called Black Panther doesn't mean I have to like him. I thought the Black Panther film was quality. I'm sorry. Even between Black Panther and Captain America, I'm riding with Captain America. Captain America is who I ride with. That is really the only guy I really... My guys are Captain America and Spider-Man. And Spider-Man has been disrespected. But my guys... See, my guys are Spider-Man and Batman. But really, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man has always been my guy. And that Spider-Man Fox TV series, best TV series of all time. Young One, thank you for the super chats. Young One, thank you for supporting your boy on this marathon, guys. This is a beautiful marathon of all things football, entertainment, everything. Anything that is in my mind, I'm going to talk. So Young One says, I think Infinity War was better than Endgame. That whole time travel storyline was rubbish. Plus, Rats was the actual hero. Shout out to Rats. Young One, I have to humbly disagree. I didn't like Infinity War. See, Infinity War was a perfect example of the issue of the MCU. Infinity War was not a film. Infinity War was not a film. Infinity War was a series of events and a CG fest and just fights. There was no story there. There was no story. And all we saw was Thanos just giving massive speeches for ages. And that was it. So Thanos giving speeches, collecting these stones, and then everyone just disappeared. There was no story. Endgame had a story. There was an actual strong narrative in Endgame and something that you could actually follow. So in Endgame, so this is a story. So okay, this was the first part of the movie, this was the middle part of the movie, and this was the latter part of the movie. So there was a story thread that you could follow from beginning to end. So therefore, you felt that you were really much more on a journey. I've only seen Infinity War once. I've only seen it once, and basically, a friend of mine actually gave me like the double feature when Endgame came out, where it was Infinity War, then Endgame back to back. So I went for Infinity War, and like I basically walked out halfway through. I was like, look, I can't do this. Like Endgame is far easier to digest. And let me be real with you, they didn't do Thanos well. Like Josh Brolin's performance for Thanos was amazing, absolutely flipping amazing. Like but Thanos should have been more evil. Like, how evil was Thanos really? Like, when I saw Thanos for the first time in Infinity War, like that was like my homepage. Like that was like my background. I said, "Oh snap, flipping Thanos!" I thought that this guy would be the most evil dude you've ever seen. Evil dude you've ever seen. But then he was like, "Yeah, he's thingy," but it's like, so for me, when see for me, do you know what a great villain is? A great villain is Sauron. Sauron is a great villain because Sauron scared the living crap out of me. Because there was a presence that Sauron had. But okay, but I think it's different ways for how we view villains, because for me, when I think of a villain, it's someone that evokes fear, who you're scared of, who evokes evil. He's like the personification of evil. Like Sauron was evil. Darth Vader in A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back was evil. Venom in the Spider-Man cartoon and in the comics was evil. You see, for me, my favorite villain of all time, or comic book villain of all time, is Venom. Like, Venom is the epitome of what I feel a villain should be like. Because every time Spider-Man faced Venom, it was like, bro, you never knew whether Spider-Man would survive. You're like, is Spider-Man actually going to survive this dude? So, yeah, man. But it's going to be very interesting to see what Marvel does, because, guys, I'm telling you right now, man, the countdown begins. The countdown begins for that Joker film. Because I believe it is getting screened next month, I believe. And the countdown begins. The countdown begins. Because I'm hoping that film, Anakin was a brick in the prequels, by the way. Just want to put that, he was a brick. I'm just hoping that film delivers. That's what I hope. Because what I hope from that Joker film is it's just a film in and of itself. Like, it's not a DCEU thing. It's just a film in and of itself. So, and if they just make it a hardcore, gritty kind of film, bro, that'll be money. That'll be money. Actually, so last 10 minutes here of this thingy. Last 10 minutes. So who do you guys say the best villain in any film? If it's to pick one, best villain in any film. If you had to pick one, the top villain in any film. For me, has to be. For me, I have to go for Sauron, man. I have to go for like Sauron. Like, I was so pissed off that Sauron didn't come back in Return of the King. Do you know, when I saw the title of Return of the King, I thought that Return of the King was Return of Sauron. That's what I thought. So, actually, Anton Chigurh, that was good. Like, Harvey Bardem's performance was, I think someone said this, that, see, that's Harvey Bardem scene, that's Two-Face. See, if I was doing a Two-Face film, the kind of drama and the emotion and the fear that you should evoke from a Two-Face scene was that coin scene in No Country for Old Men. Because I remember, you won't say nothing, go call it. Go call it. You have to call it. Nah. No, that was good. That was good. Someone mentioned bro, Ramsey Bolton. Ramsey freaking Bolton. That dude. See, that is a villain. Because that is the kind of fear I would want from Thanos. Obviously, not to that extremity because of course it's like it's kids and everything. But Ramsey Bolton is the epitome of what you want from a villain. Because see, Ramsey Bolton was an evolution of Joffrey. He was basically an advancement and evolution of Joffrey. Look, Mourinho is not a villain. Mourinho is an antagonist. He's not a villain. He's an antagonist, and he is the greatest antagonist in football history. Um, the Emperor, he was good. The Emperor was good. No, the Emperor was cool. The Emperor, especially obviously, in terms like the damn Jedi, you're not a Jedi yet. Yeah. Yeah. No. The Emperor was cool. Join me. Together we can rule the galaxy's father and son. Um, the true power of the dark side. Luke Skywalker. Impressive. Most impressive. Um, but yeah, no. Ramsey Bolton, bro. That guy was evil. That guy was evil, man. Bro, no. Ramsey Bolton, definitely one of the Rick. Come on, Rick. Yeah. No. You see, that is what you should expect from your villains. And after Ramsey Bolton, it took a nosedive. It took a nosedive. Oh no. See, those were the days, man. See, Vince McMahon, it's so, how funny is it? Vince McMahon is probably the best villain character in wrestling. He probably is. He's probably the best villain character in wrestling because Vince McMahon had some bloody moments, man. That guy had some flipping down moments in that thing, man. Bro, do you know what I always do? Literally, when I'm on Netflix, I always look at scenes from Training Day. I always look at scenes from Training Day. I think that is one film that I have watched clips of the most times, more than any other film. Like Denzel Washington's performance in that film is outstanding, and every time, because when I first saw it, I was like, okay, no, it was good. Yeah, this was Denzel being Denzel. But every time I watch it, I just appreciate far more what he did in that film. Like his acting in that film was amazing. I don't know how many of you guys have seen Training Day, but you guys see, the Training Day is cool. Like it's a cool film. What's his face? Oh gosh, I've even forgotten the other guy's name. But the white dude in the film. I forgot what the name of that white dude's name, the name of the actor. But Denzel Washington's performance was amazing. Absolutely flipping amazing. Ethan Hawke. Yeah, Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke. Yeah. Ethan Hawke. Yeah. Oh no, because their relationship was flipping amazing. But no, like Denzel was just, man. Oh no, the guy was too good, man. The guy was too good. This shit's chess, is not checkers. I'm playing this all week, son. No. That was no. Denzel was good, man. Denzel was good, man. You were the wolf or you were sheep. No, it was good. It was good. Yo. What up, man? What up, amigos, man? Josh Bourne, man, thank you very much for, that is our loyal Patreon up in there. A loyal Patreon, guys. So yeah, so just last few minutes here before I roll off through. Oh wow, so some people are coming in. Remember. The Patreon, remember. So in the Patreon, I am now doing football and entertainment content as well. So there is football content, entertainment content, and music content all on the Patreon. So again, it is a way to support your boy, so to support the Hot. And as a thank you, you do get exclusive rewards, so exclusive football content and exclusive entertainment content. The link is in the description box below. Go back to my main cam here. Let me just hit the super chats. Favorite video game story or lore-wise? The best video game story of all time is Soul River 2. So I don't know how you guys can find it. The best storyline in a video game is Soul River 1 and Soul River 2. As far as lore, bro, Skyrim was pretty damn good. I clocked in a lot of hours on Skyrim, but we're gonna have a discussion. I'm gonna do a separate video on Mass Effect. Mass Effect 3 is one of the darkest moments in my life. One of the biggest disappointments in my life was Mass Effect 3, because Mass Effect 1 and 2 is one of the best experiences I've ever had doing anything. That experience of Mass Effect 1 and 2 was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. From Ash R, Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men was clutch. Yep, no, Ash, he was. That's why he deserved the Oscar. He was incredible. Like, pretty good film. I mean, Josh Brolin was cool. Tommy Lee Jones was cool, but that's when people really knew, because Javier Bardem was obviously had a small role in Collateral with Tom Cruise, but his acting in that film was superb. Just the way he just completely narrowed into that character and just encapsulated and just captured the soul of that character was just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, he would just the guy was just too good. But yeah, Mass Effect 1 and 2, like, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Natural, you need to play it. You need to play it. Uncharted story ain't that great. Uncharted has outstanding gameplay. The gameplay of Uncharted is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. The story is, story's alright. You know, the story's alright. Yeah, Last of Us, So I began Last of Us on PS3. But I think so I'm going to get the special edition, which I think you can play on the PS4. So yeah, I need to get back to The Last of Us. Yeah, no, everyone has said it's great. Everyone has said it's great. Oh my god, Splinter Cell, man. Oh, yeah. I remember. I mean, I didn't finish it, but I sort of like I definitely I played like a section of Splinter Cell. You see, Assassin's Creed. I started Assassin's Creed, like the first one, and great gameplay, superb gameplay, but it became repetitive. So I've only played the first Assassin's Creed. So I've not played the newer ones, like the one where he's on his ship and everything. So yeah, I may need to need to go back on that. Actually, wait, did any of you guys play Battlefront? Like the first Battlefront, like the first Star Wars Battlefront. That was a damn good game. That was a damn good game. See, that's the thing about it, is that, see, I'm not a gamer. That's the thing. I'm not actually a gamer. I just play RPGs and football games. But really, the main games that I play are just RPGs. So I just love doing stuff. So no, RPGs or free roaming games. Those are the ones I like to play. So either free roaming games or RPGs. Those are the ones I like to play. Yeah. No, I mean, I did. See, I never really played MGS fully. I sort of watched my brothers play because I was more into the management games. But I played a bit of the first one and the latest one. The latest one was wild. The latest one is wild. But the craftsmanship on those games are insane. Like I said, like the best game I've ever played. So whenever people ask me, okay, what is the best game you've played? You can't name just one because Halo 2 is amazing based on the online experience. GTA Vice City is amazing based on the freedom experience. Mass Effect 1 and 2 are amazing based on the kind of unique story experience. Soul River 2 is amazing based on just how amazing that storyline is. Halo 1 is amazing because playing that campaign through was just a very unique experience because that was such a game changer. And I remember playing it back at the time, I was like, wow, this is going to change how FPSs are going to be played. So, it really, Skyrim was an insane game, and bro, if you saw my guy on Skyrim, I had an ebony shield, ebony sword, man. My guy was tight. My guy was tight on Skyrim. I put in work. I think I clocked like 60 or 70 hours on Skyrim. Like I went in like the two games I have put in crazy hours on are Mass Effect 2 and Skyrim. I played the living hell out of Skyrim and Mass Effect 2. But a sleeper game that was quality, Wind Waker. Zelda Wind Waker, that's a very, and not many people would have played it. That's a nice, sneaky, sticky game. Oh my gosh. Red Alerts, man. Bro, that was back in the day in school. And Red Alert 2. Red Alert 2, man. That was the game from back in the day, man. Red Alert 2. No, see, like 80s is one of my favorite eras. So Vice City was perfect because like GTA and it's in the 80s with 80s music. Too good, man. Too good. Too damn good, man. Oh, sorry, yes, sorry, Ashar. So, Ashar said, your opinion on Far Cry 3 story. For me, is the GOAT. I haven't. Now, that's something I've not played yet. I've not yet played Far Cry 3. But I am willing to put money down that the story in Far Cry 3 isn't better than the story in Soul River. Like, this is a recommendation, free recommendation for you guys. If find a way to, whether it's a PlayStation or whatever, find a way to play Legacy of Kain, Soul River 1, and Soul River 2. If you can find a way to play those games, you will thank me. The storyline in those games will blow your flipping mind. Left 4 Dead. Basically, what's it called? So me and I think it was me and two of my friends were different. We used to do that Left for no, that was fun because yeah, where you could all be different guys and how you had to hold the horde. Oh no. And wait, what was it? There was one like huge scary character that whenever this character came, you had to pretty much run back because you had to pretty much getting back and everything. But no, Left 4 Dead was cool because that's about teamwork. I also liked it because it was also third person as well. So bro, let me be real with you. I started Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is cool and everything. Witcher 3 ain't better than Skyrim. Witcher 3 ain't better than flipping Skyrim, man. Skyrim is an outstanding game. An absolutely outstanding flipping game, man. Like it's like Skyrim is, and also you can create your guy in Skyrim. Like, see, for me, that is what puts Skyrim and Mass Effect in a very special place. You can create your guy, but what made Mass Effect so unique was I told you, Half Hope Shepard was that dude. Half Hope Shepard was that flipping dude, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah, no. Skyrim was quality, man. Because you could like the world was so big. Because for me, I'm like as much as I love GTA, man, Sword and Shield, man. Sword, shield, and I can go anywhere. Woo. But guys, but like Halo 2, like that moment in time when Halo 2 came out and it was on Xbox Live, that was a moment in history, man. That was a moment. Like playing Halo 2 Xbox Live for the first time was special. That was a special moment, man. A truly, truly special moment, man. Oh no, no, no. Like, see, they don't make video games like those anymore. Like, what's apart from that flipping game? What's it called? Cyberpunk. What other interesting video game is coming out? There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing, man. Now be real. If not for Halo, there'd be no Xbox 360 and Xbox wouldn't exist. The original Xbox was a failure, really. Halo saved it. Pretty much. Like, Halo 1 and Halo 2 saved the Xbox. That's what saved it. And so it was literally just one game. And that's why I see PlayStation, man, PlayStation thought they were all cool, say, yo, man, we're good, what's up, man, blah, blah, blah. Always look back. And that was it. Nintendo with the monopoly. Did they say, well, cool? PlayStation came in 95, said, nah, man, we're not going to make games much more. We're not going to bring much more adult games into its Resident Evil, MGS, so forth. And then PlayStation was like, oh, look, we're all so good and everything. Then Xbox came and said, you know what? We're going to, like, see, PlayStation's biggest mistake was PS3. When they came out with that BS price for PS3, that's how I got the 360. That's how I became an Xbox guy, was £400 for the PS with no games. Man, give me that 360, bro. So, like, I basically, if you're thinking about which console did I outplay, 360 or it's between the 360 and the PS2, bro. 360, yeah, no, 360. The 360, even if it had a whole red ring of doom, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Skyrim, you're talking at least over like 850 hours. Those three games combined, easily over 150 hours played. Like, I OTT'd on those games. Bro, Liverpool are beating Chelsea, man. Like, I mean, you can put cash on Chelsea. I mean, if Chelsea win, but it's not looking like it. Okay, guys, man, it's been swell. It's been real. This has been a great, good marathon of a discussion, man. I need to eat. I need to chop. So remember, me and Ford will be doing the live watch-along of the Liverpool-Chelsea game tomorrow. So join us from 8 p.m. And we'll be doing, we'll be having a live watch-along, myself and Forward. And yeah, man, remember to like the vid. Like this vid. So let's take a few seconds. Remember to like the vid. And guys, I appreciate it. So, I mean, it seems as if you guys like the football discussions and the movie and video game discussions. So I think maybe moving forward, what we'll be doing is like, focusing on maybe like the first hour will be football, and the next hour random stuff, man. We'll just throw out anything, just random stuff like movies, comics, video games, so forth, man. And then we'll do that. So guys, it's been swell. It's been real. Remember to subscribe. Hit that sub button right there. I think you're gonna hit the sub button. Is it right there or something? No, sorry. I think it's right there. So if you just click that button over there, sub to the channel, like the vid, and I will see you guys for the Liverpool-Chelsea game. Lord help Lampard. Peace.